please subscribe to the Eyes of Owen.
Owen, I love you too much. Huh? I love you long time. You will forget me.
Now then, I don't want to come across as a morning mini, but I do like a morn, but I'm watching Sky Sports now, Brighton and Leicester, and they've just announced the player of the match. It used to be man of the match. Now, there's 22 men running around on this pitch, plus substitutes, so they pick the best performance from one of the men. It's always been man of the match. Oh, what a goal! If there was 11 women in women's football, it would be woman of the match. If it was a mixed team of women and men, then it would be player of the match. What is wrong with this world we're living in? And as long as the TV companies like Sky, BT, BBC, ITV come up and promote and use these ludicrous things that we've got now. To the right, we've got the Moody Lake District and all the storms and the rain and the clouds, and ahead you've got the sunshine and the setting sun of Morecambe Bay. Now then, I'm just sitting in my car, keeping out of the rain. I was just thinking about my trip to Thailand and some of the documentation that I've got to take, i.e. the printouts for my COVID jabs. Well, I've got 3. I've had 3 jabs, so I will print them out. But when you think about it, they're a waste of time because it's run out. If I had them that long ago, it's not in my system. The first and second one definitely won't be, and my booster, there'll probably just be traces of it left in my system. So when you think about it, I'm going to show them to the airline or whoever you got to show them to. Oh, thank you very much. And let you on the flight, etc, etc, but they're invalid. They don't mean anything. It's like selling somebody a television, giving them the warranty which ran out 6 months ago. It doesn't make sense, does it? What is going on? It just doesn't make sense to me. Keeping up the walking. Bit of a dull day, but I've just added a couple of miles onto my walk into town. Alright. Buddleia is a weed, but our council think it's a plant because it's all over the city centre. Now then, if anyone's still watching, thank you very much. I'd like to make a little announcement. I've got 8 t-shirts left and I want to flog them before I set off on my trip to Thailand. They're on offer. I'm getting rid of them. £15 including postage, but sorry, I can only do it to the UK. I've got 4 large, 3 white and 1 black, and 4 extra large, 3 blacks and 1 white. So if anybody wants any, there's a link in the description below for my PayPal, and I'll post them out to you straight away. Thank you very much. Over and out. 4th day in to my 20,000 steps plus a day walking. The fitness is coming on. It's even raining and I'm out. It's better to walk in the rain, to be honest. It's nice and cool. I either do it all in one go or I'll split it and do 2 walks in a day, depending on how much time I've got. If I split the walk, I do a little bit extra. 2 Kelsey Street, Lancaster. 30 years ago, I used to live here. There's some right shenanigans, I tell you, that went on in there. Unbelievable. You won't believe it. There's more than one windmill.
The BBC is interrupting its normal programmes to bring you an important announcement. This is BBC News from London. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In a statement, the palace said the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
Have you ever seen a rainbow like this? I've never seen it in my life. Look at that. Somewhere over the rainbow. Is that the Queen? Up there. Oh, now then. You want to smell the pot round here? I'll be giddy by the time I get into town. It's dull, but it's close. Cracking language, isn't it, the English language? Yesterday was the Queen's funeral. And what a spectacle that was. The history, the tradition, the colour, the ceremony. Great Britain at its finest. That's why we're called Great Britain. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, and long live the King. Not long now until my Thailand adventures, but I've been finding it hard to really start looking forward to it. I'm getting 1 or 2 little pangs of excitement over the last couple of days. But look at me here. I'm going grey. So I'm thinking I'm going to dye it. I don't know what colour yet. I might dye it city blue or I might dye it blonde. I remember years ago when my daughter was only about 5 or 6, when M&M had just come to prominence, and I went to Bulgaria with my ex and my daughter, and I bought some sunning spray. It's like a lemony spray. Sprayed it on my hair, and by the time I got back to England, it was like an off blonde. And I remember my mum and dad came round. My dad walked through the door, took one look at me, and the first thing he said to me after 2 weeks was, "Yeah, pillock."